So I'm back on the stage, but not to speak, only to invite a global Indian, Simone Ahuja, to the stage. Simone, the book she has co-authored called Jugaad, what's the full name? Jugaad Innovation. When she was speaking in our session today, she held everybody spellbound, but then all the speakers in that session were amazing. But Simone, I have a special soft corner for because she's flown all the way from the US to be a part of this initiative. So, Simone, over to you. Share your thoughts.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ambassador Bose-Harrison. So, first of all, lovely to be here. How's everyone doing this evening? Very good, very good. So I'm from Minnesota, and I was sharing earlier today that in Minnesota we have a very large Swedish population. So a lot of the culture of Minnesota is based on Swedish heritage. So a lot of the Swedes are now third and fourth generation. And it's interesting, when I was thinking about Swedish-Indian collaborations, it made me think about some friends of mine, close friends. One whose name is Britta, and one's name is Dipanjan. And they recently had a baby, and so it's a Swedish-Indian collaboration, and they call him a Swindian. And I have to tell you, I'm going to put my child aside and say, one of the most beautiful babies I've ever seen. So it just sort of made me think about what are the possibilities between Sweden and India, and I think it could be that Swindian. You know, this entire journey for me began with a conversation, if we're going to go casual, I'll just say, with Banashri. And she was so delightful, so charming, so earnest, and so desirous of a collaboration between the two countries, I couldn't help but come. We talked about something called the innovation divide, where innovation sometimes for people in emerging economies gets left out. Because, you know, we talked about Sweden as one of the greatest innovators in the world, really remarkable for a country of this size. So this is tracked by things like R&D, like the number of patents that you hold, like the availability of affordable capital, like the things that you teach your children in schools, entrepreneurship at a very young age, pretty remarkable. I think that when we think about how we innovate for the world, there are so many opportunities for collaboration. Today, my call to action, and I think with some urgency for Sweden, is to think of India as a knowledge partner. Because the approach to innovation in emerging economies like India is inherently different from those in resource-rich environments. Together, I think there's a complementarity that is fundamental to sustainable growth for countries like Sweden, which is becoming increasingly diverse. But I think we all know that diversity is what really leads to really breakthrough innovation. So I think I'll close there and just say, here's to the Swindians. Cheers to all.